What's going on, Internet? So it's the holiday season, and like I said, I really enjoy talking about some of my favorite holiday classic films. Today, I'm going to talk about one of my absolute favorite holiday Disney films, and that is Henry Selick's The Nightmare Before Christmas. So The Nightmare Before Christmas tells the story of Halloween Town, which is literally the town where all the creatures live for Halloween. And you have the king of Halloween Town, Jack Skellington, who is this charismatic individual who has a very boisterous personality. Everyone essentially worships him. And we get this incredible musical number that introduces us to everyone. And on the surface, you have this story about Jack, who is incredible at what he does. He scares people. He makes Halloween as great as it can be, but he wants more with his life. And on questioning what more he wants in his life, he stumbles upon Christmas Town, finds Santa Claus and the joys of Christmas, and decides that he, this time, wants to try to take Christmas on himself. And what happens is absolute chaos ensues, and you're just in for one of the most entertaining and fun experiences that film can provide. The first thing I want to talk about in this movie is the animation. The stop motion animation in this film is absolutely beautiful. It's crazy that this film was made in the 90s and that it still looks amazing and fresh and so well done. Obviously, there have been incredible strides in the animated films as a whole, getting better and more well produced. But yeah, there is something about this movie that just sticks with me, and that is so incredibly poignant and beautiful, and the themes that this movie is conveying are amazing. And the beginning of that is just the appearance and the way that this movie looks, and there's so many little minute details that add to why this film is so beautiful. And I love how each character design is so unique, and that their appearance and their aesthetic is attributed to all of their character traits. I love the mayor of the town, who has the head that swivels back and forth and just showcases the duality of his personality. And it's really fantastic, the attention to detail to all of these animated characters. And it's something that, upon revisiting this film, I grow to appreciate each time that I see it. The other thing I want to talk about is the music. The music in this film obviously is absolutely beautiful. The Danny Elfman score is incredible. I love Danny Elfman's voice. I think he does an amazing job. Each and every cast of character in this film is amazing. Sally's song and just her vocal performance is amazing. Ed Ivory is Oogie Boogie. His song in this film is hysterical. And it just really is a movie that does a great job of balancing its music with its dialogue. Effective because the screenwriting is just as good as the songs. And that's what I like about this movie. A lot of times you'll have these musicals where the musical numbers will be great, but the story structured around it aren't as good. And The Nightmare Before Christmas, at its heart, is a musical, and it's a beautiful musical that is executed so well. It tells this story about sense of belonging and understanding, everyone thinks they have this thing in their life that they have to do, and that there's this part of you that has to exist, and that you're destined for this one thing, and the beauty of searching out for something new, trying to do something different with your life and something new and fresh. And music really is eye-opening and adds to that overall feeling that you get. And this movie just makes me feel really like warm inside. There's something about it whenever I turn it on, even at the more emotional moments that the film has some heavier subject matter that it approaches. I still find myself just being happy while I watch it. And it's nice around the holiday season to watch a film that just puts you in an overall good mood. I do like that this movie goes down some really dark alleys. I love Oogie Boogie's character and just how violent and horrible he is towards people. And I think it adds an interesting dichotomy, because Jack is this character who spends his entire life scaring the shit out of little kids, but knowing that deep down in his heart that there's more that he wants in the world. And he wants to provide some kind of happiness and cheer to other people. Watching that play out on screen is really cool, and I like that for a children's film that it's really well developed, but it also has this sort of like mean-spirited sense of humor that I think works when Jack is delivering gifts at one point dressed up as Santa Claus and like thinking he's doing something good while he's creating this chaos. Just a really unique and fresh perspective that not a lot of films would execute as well as Nightmare Before Christmas does, and this movie does a fantastic job of it. Like I said, all the performances are really great. The more I watch this movie, the more I enjoy it. You'd think that something like this over time would kind of lose its value, but it doesn't. And it's just an incredible film that, you know, has its really funny moments, some great lighthearted moments, some very darkly disturbing moments. The stuff between Santa Claus and Oogie Boogie is just absurd, and it makes me laugh every time I watch it. It's just really unique. That's what's great about this film in particular, is Disney's taken on a lot of properties over the years, and some good, some bad, some mediocre. And this is one of Disney's most unique properties in the sense that it represents two holidays and does an interesting job of exploring both of those. And I really love the colors in this film, and just like the parallels between how dark and dreary and depressing the Halloween Town stuff can be, and how bright and vivid and gorgeous the Christmas time stuff is, and just how those two things clash and how that creates a mood and aesthetic. And there's a very clear and purposeful choice in that. And I love that about this. It doesn't need to be that intricate, and it is. And it's committed to each and every single bit in the movie. I love the relationship between Jack and Sally. I love Zero as a character. I just think he's the cutest little thing. And like I said, all the characters in this have their own unique and interesting personalities, and I think it's wonderful. And the more I watch this movie, the more I'm going to love it. And this is my glowing recommendation that if you have never seen Nightmare Before Christmas, watch it immediately. What do you guys think of Nightmare Before Christmas? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. I love this movie with my whole heart. I think it's fantastic, it's beautiful, and it's one of the best holiday films ever made. As always, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. As always, Internet, thanks so much for watching, and have a great rest of your holiday season.